So, let's talk about a classic Negroni. A Negroni is an Italian summery cocktail. It's like an aperitif cocktail. It's bitter. And it's made of equal parts. 1 part gin, 1 part Campari, which is, I don't know, kind of grapefruity, it's a bitter liqueur, and 1 part sweet vermouth. That is a traditional Negroni. Garnished with, you express an orange peel, twist, you know, and garnished. So that is a traditional classic Negroni. Now, I myself am not the biggest fan of how bitter the Campari is. So I go a little bit less on the Campari. So it's normally 1, 1, and 1. You can do 1 ounce, 1 ounce, 1 ounce, so equal parts, you know, equal ratios. I'll do like the equivalent of like 1 gin, 3/4 Campari, and sweet vermouth. Now, I don't have a lot of gin options here because I'm not a big gin drinker normally. And I was trying a new one recently. It's a really nice gin, so we're gonna go with that. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate you, Fee. So, this is how we're gonna make it today. We've got Monkey 47 gin. I actually like Malfi, which is an Italian gin. It's really citrusy. It's great for these drinks because it is kind of citrusy and it's an Italian gin. It's great for Negroni. When a place doesn't have that, I'll do it with the Botanist, which is, I think, a Scottish gin, and it's very herbaceous. It's got a lot of herbals, or like a lot of botanicals in it. The Botanist, it's got a lot of botanicals. And another one then, if I can't get that, I'll do Aviation, which is Ryan Reynolds' sponsored one. It's actually a solid gin. It's not that complicated, but it's nice and simple. But you can make it with really any gin you like. I would tend more toward like a Bombay Sapphire or something like that, you know, out of the commercially available gins. Monkey 47 is a really, really good gin. It's almost too nice for this cocktail, but it's all I have. That's what I work with. You need your Campari. And then for vermouth, I couldn't find a good Italian vermouth, so I got this Rouge, which is a French vermouth. And vermouth isn't like hard stuff, okay? It's like a wine almost. So you really don't want to keep it past like a month or 2 after you open it, and you do want to keep it in your fridge. A lot of bars don't do that, and that's always makes me a little bit cautious because you do want to keep it in your fridge. Other ingredients you're going to need. An orange of some kind for your garnish. This is just a regular old navel orange. I've heard people make it with a cava orange, which is like the pink one. It's a little more tart than a navel. This is a regular old navel orange. Cava is a navel blend. And, or a Valencia, which is a really sweet orange. But yeah, I like these wide peelers. This is a really cheap one from the dollar store because, oh, the other ones that I ordered actually just arrived because they were supposed to come yesterday, but my Amazon got stolen. So I have some really nice ones that arrived that were cheap. They're a Kuhn Recon brand, and it's like every chef, every bartender seems to use that brand because they're really high quality and they're not expensive. A set of 3 plastic ones with a carbon steel blade is like 15 bucks. This is awesome. And you have 3 then for multiple stuff. Then the bitters and stuff, I'm gonna save for the old fashioned. You need a jigger, you know, for your liquor. Like I said, I'm only gonna be doing 1, well, maybe I'll do you know what, maybe I will go full 1.5 ounces, a full shot, and then less for the Campari and stuff like that. Ice you're gonna need. You want a cocktail, someplace to make it. It's not shaken, it's stirred. It's a stirred cocktail, so you don't want to shake it. So I have this nice cocktail pitcher for that. And then your serving glass. We've got this nice rocks glass that my godson / nephew got me. That's really great. Okay, terrible local whiskey, not aged long enough. Well, I mean, that does happen. All right, so first things first, let's get some ice going in there. Separate ice for the serving. Just a lot of ice because you want this to be nice and cold. It's a nice summery cocktail. Shouldn't have any trace of warmth. Okay. Next, like we said, normally 1, 1, and 1, but I'm gonna do a little bit less. Start with our gin. I wish you could smell it. It's great. There's that. A little bit less of the Campari. Then the 1.5, I'll probably do about maybe 3/4, maybe a little bit more. Dribbling a bit. Set that on there. And last but not least, the sweet vermouth. So I compensate for the amount that I take out of the gin with the sweet vermouth, personally. Some places that make it, they'll compensate by adding more gin for me, but I prefer to do it with sweet vermouth myself. Because again, I'm not a big gin guy, even though it all works in this cocktail. Okay? And then you need a cocktail spoon. That's it, cocktail spoon. Stir it, get it nice and cold. Look at that color. It's pretty. This is a pretty cocktail. All right. This is my first time ever using a Y peeler for garnishes. So let's make sure I don't lose a finger. You got to be very slow and steady with it without letting your fingers be in the way, much like dealing with a knife. Now, I used to have nice cocktail ice cubes, but they didn't really fit in this glass, so I stopped using them, the big square ones. I need to get a new set. I mean, this is a bang simple cocktail, folks. There's not much to it. Ooh, that looks great. Okay. I'm gonna rinse this because I might use it for an old fashioned later if I'm feeling like having another one. If not, I'll end up washing it. But for now, I'm just gonna rinse. Okay. Put that there and put that there. Now, garnish time. I'm actually gonna do it away from my fingers. Like I'm gonna go down here, so very much away from my hand. But I'm gonna do it on here just to be safe. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we want to express the orange just by giving it a twist like this. There we go. And rub it on the rim. This one tore, so I'm gonna leave it there. I'll express this one as well. Give it a bit more of a twist. Just drop it in. There we have it. That's all there is to it. You know, I'm gonna drop this one in too. That's all you have it. That's it. A simple, classic Negroni. I wonder how this looks on camera. I can tell you it smells unbelievable. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. All right, cheers. It's just about perfect. Wow, that's just about perfect. Excellent. Delicious. The French vermouth has got just kind of a different vibe. It's lighter in a way, it's a little more floral. Yeah, just a different vibe than the Italian stuff.